So this is one of SpaceX's pretty recent launches right here. No big deal. Nobody seems to care. There it is, going to Mars.
Go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
And here is NASA astronaut Don Pettit explaining rather casually, rather cavalier, that we can't go back to the moon because we lost the technology. We used to have it, but it would be too painful to build it back up again. And yet, we're going to Mars in one of these. And it's just no big deal. We're going to Mars. That's the story. It's no big deal. We're conspiracy theorists and we're crazy. Even though they've come out numerous times and explained to us that they can't go back to the moon, but suddenly we're going to Mars. Well, you want to do one better? Check this out. We've been warning you about this for years, and it made it to the mainstream, and here comes the push. Now, no one's going anywhere. We're not going up. We can't get through. That's just all there is to it, because if we could have, we would have, and we don't. The last time we went to the moon, most people saw it on their radio. Do you hear what I'm saying? No pun intended. They heard the moon landing on the radio. But this guy is going to take us to Mars. You know, Mars, for my entire adult life and my childhood, they explained to us that going to Mars was absolutely poison. This is what would occur. You see this? This is what would occur. This is what would occur. But using things like this, Operation Mockingbird, which gets all the media, all the movies, everybody on the same page, and what they do is they slowly, step by step, inch by inch, change everything. They use things like the Operation Mockingbird. You've seen it. I'll show it real quick.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to...
Now, this is a video I put out 2 years ago where NASA is slowly changing everything. And of course, as always, they start with the children. Now, what everyone else sees as chemtrails and everything else, they're just telling them they're new types of clouds. Then you combine propaganda like this with, well, I don't know, Common Core, and you get a bunch of mindless people that follow what they're told. Now, everyone that's actually taken a look at any of their children's homeworks realize they're still talking about Pluto as though it was a planet, even though we're not going to go down that road right now. But combine all this with all this. This is Futurism magazine. They're simply quoting the former Facebook VP saying social media is destroying society, the very fabric of society. I'll leave links in the description, but you can watch this. When you have people living in a psychological cyberspace when they don't even know what's what and they can't deal with other people face to face, cue in the trolls, this is what you get. Now, I'm saying all this just to show you this. Having sex and reproducing in space comes with serious scientific and ethical problems. We may need to create a new species of humans to make it work. Well, that's strange because we've been discussing this for years now. Some channels have been going back since the 90s talking about this, and then here it is in the mainstream. Because we have to get to Mars. We can't go back to the moon. Just forget about that. Never mind. We don't talk about that anymore. It's out the window. But now we're going to Mars, and we'll have to create a new species of people. Something like maybe this.
How tall do you figure that thing is? You're walking there?
Yeah, you can sit on its lap.
I don't want to sit on its lap, but I got you.
If you want a picture next to it, I can take one for you.
So that's easily over 6 feet tall, yeah?
It's like 9 feet, a ton and a half.
Of course it is. 9 feet.
Yeah.
Are they making you guys keep this in here, or is this just a personal preference? Best place to place it? Like, are they making you, like, hide it in the back in a little...
Now, this was a video I did when I walked into the new Church of Satan in Salem, Massachusetts, and videotaped all this. Now, you'll notice one thing that's missing, because these are Satanists, and they're very, very easily inclined to lie. A real Baphomet has breasts and a penis. Now, let me have here's a better explanation.
This is, of course, paying homage to the Baphomet, which is their hermaphrodite god. It has a penis and a set of knockers. On its arms, which are pointing above and below, as above, so below, it says solve and coagula, which means separation and coming together. This is an essential part of the alchemical process.
Now, you'll notice when I'm videotaping the actual statue everyone uses pictures of, I actually went and videotaped this live, they don't have breasts on it. And when I spoke to the woman and asked why they didn't put breasts on a Baphomet, why would you go through all the effort, time, and energy to make this abomination and then make it incorrectly? And her answer was simple. We simply don't want to give people reason to complain. So we deleted the breasts. That way there, it could be a more family-friendly item. You see what I'm saying? And that is simply what they're doing now. Under the ridiculous guise that we're going to Mars. We can't go back to the moon, but we're going to Mars. And Elon Musk is going to lead the way. And if he wants to remain a billionaire, he'll keep pushing this. I've got to think that someplace deep down inside, Elon knows that this is all ridiculous, but what does he care? He's still making money. He's still doing his thing. But here it is. New species of human to make it work, because we have to get to Mars. No other planets, just Mars. The one they've told us for 50 years that I can attest to is completely poisonous and will kill you. But now we're going to create new people. This is the push. It's always been the push. If you're truly honest about trying to find the truth, you'll find yourself here, because this is what it is. And it's what it always has been. Time immemorial. Richie from Boston. I'm out.